What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another Ikoria sealed. We have been doing pretty well, I'd say, in our sealeds, both on and off stream. Obviously, we had the preview stream. Huge and appropriate thank yous to Wizards of the Coast for granting us the ability to be a part of that preview stream, where we did many, many sealed events. But since then, we've also been doing sealeds and recording them and putting them up for all of you. So this will be our third sealed event that we have done fully. Each one has taken 4 parts, I believe. So let's go ahead and confirm our purchase and see what cool things we open. You ready? So first we get King Caesar the Awoken Titan cosmetic.
Yeah.
So if we ever get Snapdax Apex of the Hunt, it'll be King Caesar, which is awesome. Ready?
Ready.
We got 1 mythic, which I don't love, I won't lie to you, but it's fine. It's a Fiend Artisan. It just goes in a sacrifice deck, and I'm just not super proficient with those. But it's Fiend Artisan, so it is 2 Golgari hybrid, black or green, for a 1/1 Nightmare creature. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. And then for X and a Golgari hybrid, green or black, you can tap it, sack another creature. When you do, you search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, X being what you paid for this ability, minus the colored mana.
Okay.
Then shuffle your library. Sorry. So search for a creature with converted mana cost X or less, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So if you have 5 lands, you can tap all 5 of them. X will equal 4. You can sack a 1-drop and go get a 4-drop. And it will go onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. It's just tough to...
What is this octopus? I feel like I've never seen it before.
This is the Sea Dasher Octopus.
He's so cute.
It is 1 blue for a 2/2 with flash, but its mutate cost is 1 and a blue. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card.
Cool.
We have...
I love octopi.
Yeah, and
They're
he's
like one of my favorite animals.
And he is cute. I will agree with you on that.
He's very cute.
As we've seen these cards before, but we have Whirlwind of Thought, 1 blue, red, white, or Jeskai, for an enchantment at rare. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. So if we're in that deck, that's fine. It's just I don't know that we're going to be in that deck, but and I don't love this card. It's just a fine card, I would say. The Ozolith, though, depending on what cards we have in our deck and what tokens are going to be given out, or counters, I should say, this could be very good. It is 1 mana for a legendary artifact at rare. Whenever a creature we control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, we put those counters on the Ozolith. And at the beginning of combat on our turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, we can move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature.
Okay.
Which is very good. I just love it. Like, one of our creatures dies, all its counters go on the Ozolith, then we can put it on another creature. If that creature dies, they go back on the Ozolith, and the Ozolith gives it to somebody else. So it's very good. I like that.
Yeah.
We have a companion, although it's not a great one. It's Zerda the Dawnwaker. It is 1 red-white hybrid, so 3 mana for a 3/3. But its companion is each permanent card in our starting deck has to have an activated ability.
Okay.
Abilities we activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1.
Okay.
And then this thing's activated ability is 1 and tap. Target creature can't block this turn. Now, notably, because it's red-white hybrid, we could put it in a red-black deck and play it with this Labyrinth Raptor, because Labyrinth Raptor does have an activated ability. So Labyrinth Raptor is black-red for a 2/2 Nightmare Dinosaur with Menace.
Okay.
Whenever a creature we control with Menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifices a creature blocking it. And then we can tap a black and a red, and creatures we control with Menace will get +1/+0 until end of turn.
Okay. We could play that with the other nightmare.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we could technically play all 3 of these in the same deck.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I see. And the Ozolith, obviously.
Yeah.
Although nothing here has counters yet, but still. Let's check out...
We both said still.
We did. It's like we know each other or something.
Nah.
That'd be ridiculous. All right, let's scroll to our gold cards. We got Primal Empathy, too. We got 2 Primal Empathies.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay. What else do we have in gold? So, wow, we have Fiend Artisan, Skull Prophet, and Boneyard Lurker.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Wow. Okay. We also got Necropanther, which, by the way, can mutate for just black, if we wanted to do that.
Okay.
Whenever this creature mutates, return a creature with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's pretty good. I will note, we do not have a lot of green cards.
I feel like the stuff we have seems good, though.
Oh, I agree.
Fully grown, the boar.
The boar's good. The Migratory Greathorn's good. This thing's great. The mole is fine.
Yeah.
Where is it? Over here?
I even like the giraffe.
Of course you do. And we have 2 of these. And it gets counters.
Yeah.
Vigilance or Reach. Obviously, Greater Sandworm can be cycled. This can also be cycled and would put a trample counter on something.
We have my favorite green card, Plummet.
Plummet, classic. Absolutely classic. Adventurous Impulse is fine. We have Essence Symbiote.
That's a good card.
Very, very good. We have a lot of Mutate. And Charge of the Forever Beast. So, like, if we have these big things in our hand, like the Titanith Rex or the Greater Sandworm, we can kill stuff. That's fun.
Yeah. Do you want to check our black?
Yeah. So we start here. We have the Serrated Scorpion, which is fine.
Okay.
It's whatever. This is good, though. The Zagath Mamba that cares about Mutate. So there's that.
Yeah.
Boot Nipper, which is a great Mutate target
Yeah.
and gives counters.
Yeah.
By the way, Blood Curdle, of which we have
Damn
one
good.
of, also gives counters. Or a counter. Bushmeat Poacher, we have 2 of those.
Okay.
We have a Corpse Churn that puts the top 3 cards of our library into our graveyard, and then we can return a creature from our graveyard to our hand. It's not great. I don't love it. Durable Coil Bug. It's a 2/2 for 2, but we can tap 5 to bring it from our graveyard back to our hand. I don't love that either, and we have 2 of them. Bastion of Remembrance is good, though. When it enters, we get a 1/1 human soldier creature token, and then whenever a creature we control dies, each opponent loses 1 and we gain 1. Yeah, so this is a really good way to, like, be aggressive with sacrificing things and not caring. Since we have the Ozolith, we can just be aggressive with things that the Ozolith is putting counters on, because if they die, all their counters just go back to the Ozolith again. So yeah, the Bastion is very good for us. The Pangolin, as Amy loves, we can just do this now, and then if you decide to change it later, we can. Memory Leak. Target opponent reveals their hand. We choose a non-land card from it. Or, sorry. We choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it.
Nice.
We have Suffocating Fumes. I don't love this card, and we did get 2 of them. But creatures our opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn, and has cycling for 2. I still probably wouldn't put it in the deck.
Yeah.
This is not bad. We have been blown out by this enough times.
Okay.
It does have flash. It is a 5/2, but we can mutate onto this as well if we want to.
Yeah.
Because it's not a human. But it's a...
But yeah, this is a card that we've seen a million times in these sealeds.
Yeah.
And we've just not been thrilled with it, so...
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's a way to give something -2/-2, instant speed. It can be on our turn while we are attacking. You know, if we're going to play this thing anyway, we just play it during combat after they've blocked, and we just mess up blocks completely for them. So yeah.
Okay, so we're saying it's not so bad.
No, I don't
Now
think
that
so.
we've played against it enough times
Yeah.
to realize.
All right, so let's try a green-black deck and see how we do. Ozolith gets in. This gets in. This can't get in. What am I doing? This can get in. Sure. We want both of these? I think so.
Okay.
This definitely gets in. Bristling Boar is good. I like that. Fully Grown is fine. You want the Mole?
I like him.
Charge gets in. We can do 1 Plummet if you really want to.
I know it's not a good card. I just like it.
We'll do Adventurous Impulse. We will do... Let's just make sure...
Blood Curdle, for sure.
Blood Curdle, definitely. I mean, a lot of our black gets in. The Leech. What is Dark Bargain? Look at the top 3. Put 2 into our hand and the other into our graveyard, and we take 2, and it's 4 mana. I don't know. Blood Curdle, yes. Memory Leak?
I like it.
Pangolin, no.
No.
Bastion, yes. Corpse Churn, no. Boot Nipper, yes.
Yes.
And then Mamba, yes. That's 39 cards. We literally need one more.
Wow.
Okay, so
The
we can put one of the bushmeat poachers in.
I was just
Ooh.
gonna say that.
Do we want a crystal?
Oh.
So a Savai crystal will give us red, white, black. So we could play like a Labyrinth Raptor.
Oh yes, we did want to play that.
I mean, obviously we'd need to cut one card then. So it would probably just be better to do the bushmeat poacher. What's going to have menace? Do we have anything that inherently has menace? I don't think so. The only thing is the where the hell is it? What am I thinking of?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything has menace.
No, sorry, Blood Curdle puts a menace counter. I couldn't think of what I was talking about. Yeah, this puts a menace counter. So one other thing in the entire deck would have menace occasionally. And yes, the Ozolith would be able to move it around, but it's not worth splashing a color for that.
Yeah,
if we're splashing red, we're using Fire Prophecy and Rumbling Rockslide.
I hear that.
And maybe, no, not Blitz. But yeah, we would do these, but instead we'll just put in a Bushmeat Poacher.
Yeah.
And we will be more than happy
when
with
we're
this
at
deck.
39, I think we can.
I will say the power level of this deck is not great. But...
What, the curve looks okay.
Oh, the curve is fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about raw power.
Oh.
Like, based on our last deck, like, which is more powerful? Fiend Artisan or the two human mythics that we had in the last deck? Like, it's just, that's what I'm saying. The power level's not very high. But that's fine. We can try it out. I don't think there's any other deck that, like, is screaming to be played here, so...
Pangolin deck box.
Crap, hold on. They put 3 planes in because we have the Necropanther. So, 14...
Like 1.
Yeah, we'll do 1, 2... Now, what do we have more of? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, a forest. Okay.
Oh, so we don't need a white for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We will not be able to play it normally,
Oh, okay.
but we will be able to mutate it.
Gotcha.
And we have a lot of... I think this is our only human in the entire deck.
Okay.
Which we cannot... oh, sorry, hold on. This is a human as well. Okay.
Okay.
So we have 2 humans in the deck. We have 16 creatures, 7 non-creatures. So definitely a lot of mutate possibilities here.
Yeah.
Let's just double check, make sure that nothing else is super busted, like in our uncommons or whatever. Yeah, I mean, Archipelagore is nice, but
Right.
it's a single blue. If we need to, we can consider messing with stuff. Like this has mutate for a blue as well, so we can look at trying to do a mutate-based deck if we need to. But for now...
We need to tweak it later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But for now, I think this is fine. Keeping it to 2 colors is better than trying to go to a third.
Yeah, I hear
It's
you.
just easier that way. Bumbleboy. Okay. I feel like we've been facing a lot of Sarkans recently.
Really?
I thought
I
so.
feel like we haven't been.
While we're waiting, I'll destroy this thing. One more. Come on. Yeah, we got there. I can destroy this thing too. Yeah, we destroy everything. We're waiting to draw our hand for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, opponent goes first. So we have a 2-drop. We have the Adventurous Impulse on turn 1, which is nice. Mole on 3 mana. Bushmeat Poacher on 4. They took a mulligan, but we're not going to because this hand's great. Okay, they do not have a companion, so that feels nice. But we can... Okay. So they went to 6, and they're going first. They played a land. Ooh, we have Skull Prophet on 2. That's great. So Skull Prophet's a 3/1. Jesus. We look at the top 3, and they're all forests. Well, I guess we'll choose a forest.
I wonder what we're doing.
The other 2 go on the bottom, which is very good. So,
Yes.
Skull Prophet. Okay, that's fine. So we'll play... Oh, obviously we need to play the black. Skull Prophet is a 3/1 that can tap to add green or black. And we could also tap it to put the top 2 cards of our library into our graveyard. But we could also just play a forest and play an excavation mole and then attack for 3. Well, now we can't. Okay. Then maybe we play the poacher instead.
Okay.
Because then we'll have 4 mana with this and this land. So that's fine. They are 3 colors, black, white, green, so they're Abzan. We got the Necropanther. So we can actually mutate. No, this is a human.
Yes.
So we just play Bushmeat Poacher as a good blocker for their 1/1 and pass. One, two, three, 4, 5. So 2 more land and we can play Greater Sandworm. Or we could cycle it if we need to. They have a 2/1 with what I assume is Death Touch. Because that's what we do all the time.
The touch of death.
Yeah, it is Death Touch. It makes sense.
I feel like that's like the name of a hot sauce.
Yeah, probably.
The touch of death.
Sounds right. That sounds very right. Okay,
Yeah.
so now we can still not mutate. We still have 2 humans. But we can... Oh, and we wouldn't want to, because this gets a creature back. So let's play the mole. We mill 1, 2, 3. We got Titanith Rex in our graveyard. No, that's probably fine. I mean, obviously this doesn't get it back. Converted mana cost 3 or less. This is 4. That's fine. We can make this work. Let's... We can play this as well if we want to. This is a pretty good mutate target. Sure. Yeah, I get it. It's Argo. Wow. Relax, Bumble Boy.
Yeah, we had to wait for how long just to draw our freaking hands?
I don't know that that was their fault necessarily, but yes.
So maybe that's why they're impatient then.
Regardless. They'll live. I'm gonna destroy your stuff. There we go. That's fine.
Is it his stuff?
It's on their side. I just always assume. Okay, mutual destruction. They sack a creature to destroy a creature. That's perfectly fine. We can get it back. We mutate onto this and get it back. Feels okay. Hey, look, a Goriak. You love this guy.
I do.
Well, too bad. He's not on our side, so he's evil.
My pet.
Okay, or we could do...
Ride him.
It's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, a little.
Oh.
1, 2,
Sorry.
3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 more land, I guess. But this returns it to the battlefield. So yeah, let's just do this. We'll mutate it onto the mole, I guess. Doesn't really matter, does it? Put it on there. Who cares? We'll let the mole eat it. We get our 3/3 back as well. We can't attack, though. This is awkward. I guess once we play Greater Sandworm, then we can attack. We just need a land. They have 5 land. We destroyed their thing. The rubble fell onto their swamp.
It did. Well, I'm sure they don't see that, because I'm sure from their standpoint, the thing is on our side.
Yeah, they definitely don't see that.
And it's
yeah.
probably not even broken.
No.
So.
No, because they probably have not. You know, they're very interested in not wasting time, and they would probably consider that a waste of time. Hey,
I do.
They spent more mana getting rid of our creature. That's just fine. And they lost life because they don't have a human. So that's good. It's our turn. We drew a Blood Curdle.
Oh.
Okay, so we can... we could play the Giraffid too, right?
Technically.
Let's do that first. We'll give it Vigilance. We need to give it Reach. We'll pass. The nice thing about Blood Curdle... I mean, obviously, if we draw a land, we're just playing this, but...
Yeah.
But the nice thing about Blood Curdle is it's an instant, so we could just do it on something. Like, right now, neither of these are threats. It's just that, you know, they're preventing stuff from attacking. But if we can Blood Curdle, destroy the Boot Nipper, and then put a Menace counter on something, like this, then we can just swing in And
Very sweet.
they will not be able to block. If we put the Menace here with just the Goriak out, they will not be able to block to kill anything. So,
Okay.
feels pretty good. They don't have blue, so they can't counter anything. But they have 5 lands and 3 cards in hand. So let's do it this way. Destroy the Boot Nipper. Put Menace on the 3-1. And then go to combat and swing with everybody. They have to have... I imagine they have something. I just don't know what. Okay, they're blocking the mole. And then exiling the Skull Prophet, and they lose 1 life. Okay, that's just fine. They're at 11. And we still have a 3/5 back to block.
Alright.
Yeah. Now we need 2 more land to be able to play our Sandworm, notably. They have a Brushwog, and they have the 4 mana to activate it, so it can be a 4/4.
Just set it ablaze.
Yeah,
Leave that thing.
just a spark. Well, there's a land. That's good. So we can...
It's got 80s here.
Nice. We'll play the Boot Nipper and give it Death Touch. Then I guess for now we pass. The fun thing is, they would have to use it. They would have to use this thing's ability to be able to block this with anything, because both of their creatures have power 2 or less, and this can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So even if we draw a land, we're not upset, and if we don't draw a land, I don't. Since Titanith Rex is in our graveyard already, I don't think we can draw literally anything that we won't be able to play. So that's good. We don't have any creatures that meet the requirements of this ability. Pass to attackers. They don't attack. They can activate it once, the Brushwog. We did not draw land. But we drew Charge of the Forever Beast to show off the 7/7 and kill the 2/4. The 2/4? No. We kill the 1/1 and then attack with everybody again. So we kill the 1/1, deal it 7 damage, which feels excessive.
Yeah, unnecessary. Clearly.
But that's fine. We'll reveal the 7/7 that we get to play if we draw 1 more land.
Maybe we'll scare them off.
Maybe.
Let's just
And then
concede.
they can trade for the Boot Nipper, but it will be a trade. Otherwise, they just block 3 damage. Okay, so they have more kill spells, it looks like. That's my assumption. Or pump of some kind. No? Okay. Cool. They're at 4.
Yikers.
Works for me, man.
I have to say, Sarkin's hair looks so good.
Whoa. Nethroi, Apex of Death. So it's a
the
5/5
heck?
Death Touch lifelink, and if it mutates, they can return things. Are they mutating it? Doesn't look like it, no. Okay. I mean, they still have... Alright, so we pass to attackers.
I guess they just drew that because I feel like
Yeah.
they would have played it before now.
Unless they needed a land? No, they didn't. Alright, it's our turn. We drew not a land. So, if we swing out, they take 2 and go to 2, so that's probably not the best. And this has lifelink, so that's very bad.
We can put our...
No, that's fine. I mean, that's...
symbiote.
Right, but it doesn't do anything. We're just playing it for the sake of playing it. What we can do is, if they attack with this, which I doubt they do, but maybe they do. Alright, so they're looking at the top 3, and they can show a creature or a land. They could whiff. We drew 3 land off this thing earlier. They get...
Wait, so it would still have summoning sickness if we mutated it onto something?
This doesn't have mutate.
Oh.
It just cares about if you do mutate.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so they're going to give that thing Vigilance. They gain 4 life. and then they return creatures with total power 10 or less from their graveyard to the battlefield.
Ooh.
Yep, it's very bad. They're returning 3 creatures to the field.
Jesus.
Yeah, and they're at 8. They get another land. What?
Oh, man.
Yeah. This has Death Touch now. Now, thankfully, we have a Death Toucher as well. So if they decide to attack us for 5, we will be able to block and trade, which I will happily do. Happily. They'll gain 5 life, but we will happily take that trade. We would really like to draw a land. I mean, they know we have it in our hand. Oh, they didn't attack. Okay. We did not draw the land. Oh! But we can mutate this. And whatever we mutated on will get a +1/+1 counter. So we can mutate it on the mole, I guess? Yeah, let's mutate this onto the excavation mole. Put it over the top. Okay, and then we need... I don't think it matters, but... Oh, we have 1 million... Yeah, we'll take a swamp. That's fine. And then we can pass. I'm definitely not attacking. We're at 22 and they're at 8, so unless they're attacking us with Nethroi, I don't see a need to block yet. I guess with the Brushwog 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they don't even have the 8th land to activate this twice to make it 7 power and 7 toughness.
I mean...
What?
Still doesn't look promising, at least.
Oh. Kogla will be bad.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Who's it targeting? That? Okay. We sack it and gain 5. And draw a card.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. Hey, look, a -2/-2. Pass to attackers. So -2/-2 kills their Death Toucher, which is cool.
That is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They attack with a Death Touch creature. Like I said, I'm at 27. I don't think 2 damage is that big of a deal to me at all. Okay. We drew a land. We'll play it? Let's hold off. They know we have this. They're tapped out. Yeah, because it's not like we can play both.
Yeah, I thought we needed land, but that was before. We really don't anymore.
Yeah, because we mutated and got the land with the Migratory Greathorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're exiling our 7/7. They knew we had it. They've known for a while that we've had it. Then they play a 1/3 that can tap to make mana to play the non-existent cards in their hand. And they attack for 7. This is fine.
Okay.
So Nethroi can be blocked by this. They just don't know we have it. So we're going to use the Boot Nipper to block the Kogla here. Okay. And then they're going to think that our shields are down and that they can attack us with their Nethroi without fear. And then we can flash this in on their turn, block this, and probably give something else -2/-2 like this at minimum and kill it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. They gave it indestructible until end of turn. That happens. Let's go ahead and pass. So now they're going to attack with the 7/6 and the 5/5. And that's probably fine. We can actually give Kogla... Oh, good. They played the last card in their hand. Oh, but they can just do this again now? Okay. So Kogla is going to get through. The Brushwog, Kogla. That's it? Interesting. They're like asking us to do something with this, right? So that's fine. Let's... Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can only activate this once. So we pass to blockers. We block here. Okay, I was like, can we do that? Yeah. So they have to activate it so it doesn't die. They do that. It's a 4/4. They can't activate it again. Oh, yes, they can. No, the Naturalist, they can. It's summoning sick, first of all, and they'd have to use it to cast a creature spell. Question is, pass to damage. Do we do this at the end of the turn? I think we do. And just kill the Brushwog with it. Sure.
Okay.
Brushwog dies. Take our turn. We drew another Giraffid. They don't have anything with flying, so that's fine here. Play another 3/5. Give it Vigilance again. We have a land in our hand, which we can keep there. Problem is we can't attack with anything.
Yeah.
Because they still have a 5/5 lifelink Death Toucher.
They won't attack us with.
Right, which is probably fine. The thing is, if we can kill this Humble Naturalist, then Kogla will go down. But otherwise, Kogla is a huge threat right now. Because for 2 mana, they just bounce the Naturalist to their hand, and we take... And then this gets indestructible. So... Pass to blockers, no blocks this time. So we go to 11. Sure. It's the only thing we can do. We can otherwise just start throwing our creatures away, but I don't think that's needed right now. We need to be able to have something better. Okay, they have a 1/1 that when it dies they get a 1/1. That's fine.
Okay.
It's just what they drew, so.
Yeah.
It's our turn. We drew a Mamba. That's not... We don't have anything to mutate onto it right now. But it is a very good blocker, so...
What about a Giraffid?
A Giraffid would die.
Oh.
What do you mean, mutate onto the Giraffid?
Yeah.
This doesn't have mutate. It just says whenever it mutates, but it doesn't have mutate.
Then how does it mutate? I'm confused.
You would mutate a card that has mutate onto it.
Oh, I thought the Giraffid did.
No, it does not. Do we pass? I guess we pass. Interesting. Okay. It's very weird. I would love to draw... Like, the thing is, I'd love to draw a mutate creature, mutate onto Zagoth Mamba, kill the Boot Nipper on their side, and then the Mamba gets huge. The problem is we have to start blocking here. Okay. These are interesting attack choices, but that's fine. I guess they drew something, because they're getting more aggressive now. So let's pass to blockers. Let's block here. Let's block... here. And let's block here. And see what happens. Five or 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it's not even enough. So yeah, that's fine. Dealing with this Kogla is annoying as hell. They have 9 mana open, plus if it's a creature with flash or something, they have 10 mana because of the Naturalist. They're using Divine Arrow to hit the Essence Symbiote, which means we can sack it and gain 2 life. And we draw a card.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty good. It's a land. That's good, because if we had drawn it on our turn, it would have been a problem. Instead, we're drawing it now, and not on our turn, so we can draw gas on our turn. Like Memory Leak into their empty hand. Okay. It has cycling for 1. So that's good. We'll play a land. We will cycle this for 1. We could have exiled something from their graveyard, but... that's fine. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Okay. So... I mean, the problem is we need to, like... We're so screwed. We need to kill the... We need to kill so many things, and we have nothing to do it with at all.
Yep.
Okay. This says sack another creature. So yeah, now that they're killing our bushmeat poacher. Were they targeting? Yeah, they're targeting the bushmeat poacher. So it dies. What we can do about that? That's a very good top deck for you, I guess.
Yeah, because that was the only thing that was, like, keeping us afloat.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yep. Because, you know, insult to injury, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. We can sack one of our giraffids to block this, because otherwise it's lethal and we're dead, so we have to block, obviously. And the 2/4. Not the 2/4. Okay. We block. Our giraffid dies. Nothing we can do about it. God damn it. Come on, man. Fine. No, obviously I have no attacks. Just, they're top decking removal, and we top deck 3 land in a row.
Yeah.
That sucks so much.
That's just BS.
So much. Oh! Good.
What?
We lose 3 life, they gain 3 life? Oh, and they return 10 power worth of creatures from their graveyard to the battlefield, and they gain 4 life. What a top deck, man! That's so good! They get the Brushwog, the Death Toucher, and the 1/1 back. And the cat back.
No fucking way.
Yep. No, that's I mean, there's literally nothing we can do about that. That's
you can't
just
write this shit, man.
that's
Look
just
at this.
Arena giving us the middle finger. Like, there's nothing we can do about this. What a top deck.
Oh man.
They attack with 1/1s. Like, adding insult to injury. We are at 4,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I mean this is very sick for them. Yeah.
well, yeah. So we block the 2 big things, right, and then we take exactly 4 and die.
Okay. That's what happens, I guess.
Yep. Yep. There's nothing we can do. I don't know why he's slow rolling so much, but
Oh, because we have 2 cards in hand that were. He
yeah.
doesn't know our lands.
Good point. Good point.
He thinks maybe we have something.
Block there, block there. Go to damage. Okay. We die. Nothing we can do about that.
At exactly 0.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty death.
Well, the only other thing they could have attacked with was the Naturalist, but they needed that to stay alive to keep Kogla going. So, this is this deck. I don't hate it. Like, that was ridiculous there at the end. But I guess we could try to rework it next time if we want to. But, I don't know. Maybe we start looking into some red or something to get more removal available to us.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even check our red.
yes, we did.
A little
I
bit.
talked about the Rumbling Rock Slide and
and the
and
eye
the
thing.
Fire Prophecy.
Yeah.
The eye thing.
That's just all I remember about
That's fair. That's fair. This does get counters. Trample or Menace counter.
We do have the raptor thing still that's black-red.
Yeah, but it cares about things with Menace. And as we said,
Oh, yeah,
like
we don't
this
have
would
that.
be our only other thing with Menace besides
Yeah.
what would get Menace from the...
Okay, so none of these other red things have it.
No.
Okay.
Because there aren't even... There's only one other red creature, and it's this 4/2 for a 3.
Well, no, that up there, isn't it?
This is
Oh,
not a
no,
creature,
that's
and this
an
is not...
instant.
Sorry, there's also this, but this is a human, so...
Yeah.
Regardless, we can work this out in between videos and next time and try to see what we can do. But, yeah, for now, that was bad beats.
Yeah.
It happens, right? That was unfortunate. And to kind of a crappy opponent who tapped that your go at one point while we were trying to think about something. Super rude, and I don't really appreciate it. But,
Yeah, especially since I feel like they slow rolled a lot of times too.
well, again, like
There was
you...
like no reason for them to have done that.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're being impatient, and that's their problem. So,
Yeah.
But that's fine. We got a little screwed over in terms of draws. You could also argue that was just our deck, and that's a fair argument, I would say, as well.
Yeah.
If that's something that you feel you want to put out there. But I think we played it pretty well, and obviously we will have opportunities to be better in the future,
Right.
because
We'll rework it a little.
this was only our first loss. So we have 2 more losses and hopefully many more wins ahead of us. But
Okay.
that is going to be the end for now from us here at the Geek for All family of channels. I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
Please feel free to do all the fun YouTube stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing, ringing bells, checking out our other channels and series.
Please.
Yes, it helps us out immensely, and we really appreciate all the support. So, for now, as I said, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.